It's hard to go into dating someone when you know that they might have an expiration date. I'm a very hard sell.
Shannen Doherty getting real about dating with cancer.
You have to have a sense of humor. You have to. Without it, it becomes very depressing.
The star opening up to Kelly Ripa on the Let's Talk Off Camera podcast, explaining how her stage 4 diagnosis puts a damper on trying to find love.
Listen, I think it's hard for somebody like me, in my personal opinion, because it's hard to go into dating someone when you know that they might have an expiration date. And I don't think men handle death and illness, most men, they don't handle any of that as well as women do. So I think I'm a very hard sell.
Well, I disagree that you're a hard sell.
I've been thrown a lot of curveballs and ones that I never expected in a million years, and not just with my cancer battle.
Shannen's been back on the market since splitting from her ex, Kurt Iswaryenko, last year after 11 years of marriage.
Obviously, a divorce is not easy, and when you get so hurt by their actions that you just feel betrayed and like a sucker, it's really hard. But also because I'm going through a lot of health stuff.
Recently opening up on her Let's Be Clear podcast about learning to navigate divorce and her battle with cancer simultaneously.
Life has been unknown for over a year now. Between divorce and cancer, it's like I have no grasp on it and I have no control. And most people who know me know that I'm like a control freak. I like to control things. And with cancer, there's really no controlling it.
It was like a 1-2 punch. It came, like the news about your brain cancer and the divorce came at the same time to fans.
Yes.
And obviously, seemingly came at the same time for you too.
It was like maybe, 2 or 3 days apart. So yeah, it was pretty brutal.
As for where things stand with her health, Shannen says there aren't a whole lot of updates.
It's kind of like being a guinea pig on a wheel. You just keep on spinning the wheel and you hope that your protocol lasts a really long time and you get the most out of it. But inevitably, a protocol will stop working and then you have to move on to the next. And then when you move on to the next, there's a whole other new set of things that you deal with. Like the one I'm on now, it's probably one of the harder ones physically.
I think I struggle a lot with my cancer diagnosis and how fair it is.
Earlier this week, Shannen emotionally revealed she started chemo treatments again.
I am having to go back on chemo and it's really hard. Like the idea of going through that all over again has wrecked me.
But also shared she's optimistic about the latest step she's taking.
I gotta say that there is some positivity there, and the positivity is that because my molecular structure of my cancer cells changed recently, it means that there's a lot more protocols for me to try. So there is hope mixed with my own bit of sadness.